This is an Xbox. Oh boy, the Xbox community is in straight shambles. It's on fire. We all try to blow out the fire. Well, I ain't. I've desensitized myself to this at this point. I think that's the term that I got to use for this. You guys know me, man. You guys know how I roll when it comes to the Xbox ecosystem. I'm about the hardware. I'm about this sucker right here. This is what I play on an everyday moment. This is what I play on. And when I care about this because I have money invested into this. And we will talk a little bit more about that hardware here in a minute. But what this video is pretty much going to be about is we're going to go over here and we're going to look at this marketing campaign known from Xbox called This Is an Xbox. Now, keep in mind, when I react to this sucker, it's not going to have the audio because there is some music being played, and I don't want to risk, getting striked down or anything. And we're going to go over exactly what is being said in this because I do think people are slightly exaggerating this, and then they're slightly not exaggerating this. There's a lot, I will agree with you. The way that they have marketed the Xbox console itself is very underwhelming, and it's crazy that it's being marketed that way. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let's get into this. All right, so let me pop over here. Now, what we're going to do is I will be pausing this because there are some things that I noticed about the trailer that people that was messaging me were kind of getting wrong. So let's get into it first. So first off, there were a bunch of people that messaged me saying that this ad, This Is an Xbox, didn't have an Xbox in it. I know it's easy to miss because it's in the first 10, 15 seconds of the video. And it's really fast. It's probably in the frame for 2 seconds. They started with This Is an Xbox. It's the first thing shown, which is a good it's a good approach because it kind of shows everything starts with Xbox. And then the games that you can play on Xbox, you can play everywhere. I don't think my issue so much, the issues I do have with this trailer, it's just how they execute when they talk about all the other aspects of their company. But the Xbox is in there. And if you didn't see it, I don't blame you. And this isn't me clowning on the people that didn't see it because it is in there for not that long. So as you can see it right here, then bam, it's over. It's literally 4 seconds long, 3 if you want to count the Xbox logo at the beginning. I could see how you could miss that real fast, but it is in there. This is also an Xbox. They've been really pushing smart TVs here lately. Now, keep in mind, not all smart TVs can do it, but you can pick up a lot of smart TVs, including Samsung TVs, and you have access to the cloud computing of those smart TVs. And then this is an Xbox talking about the phone itself. So you can, with the phone, you can do stuff with the phone when it comes to Xbox. And I do know they have a cloud computing on there. So you can play. Most of this stuff is off the cloud computing. Most of it is off the cloud computing. And you can do a lot of social aspects on the phone. Now, this is an interesting part. That's a ROG Ally. I'm pretty sure that's a ROG Ally. Put in the comment section below if I'm wrong that that's a ROG Ally. I don't think that there is colors in the thumbsticks with the Steam Deck. I have the Steam Deck, but I don't have the later iterations of the Steam Deck, so maybe they could have added that on there. But I do think that's a ROG Ally, and you can natively play stuff with the ROG Ally when it comes to Xbox. So this is totally possible what they're doing here. I do think that it's not necessarily as much of the ROG Ally. I think they're trying to tell you in the future you'll be able to play our handheld because Bill Spencer did pretty much officially confirm that the handheld is in the works. He did say that it's nowhere near being close to development, but don't expect not to see Xbox replace this in the future with their own hardware, unless they buy the ROG Ally, and that's it. I don't know if that's even possible, but let's move on. Play Xbox wherever you want. Obviously, we know you can play on PC. You can play on that was the mobile one, the little mobile thing. They're giving you a lot of options to play it. So you got the ROG Ally, you got a laptop, a phone, TV, Xbox. Like I said, Xbox was there. So like don't assume that Xbox wasn't there. All right, so let's go over exactly what this says. All right. Now look, I understand people having a little issue with this particular commercial because if there's anything it really doesn't show that you initially need the Xbox. And they've been saying that for a while now. But it's like I said, as someone that has an Xbox, my money's invested into the Xbox. I am concerned on how much they're telling people not to buy Xboxes. They're telling, like, you could easily promote this in other ways where it's not necessarily, completely hindering owning an Xbox to a degree. They're literally telling you, you don't need our hardware, you can get it anywhere else. Instead of saying, you don't only have to play on Xbox. If you want to play on the go, we have multiple avenues for you. You could play on laptops. That you could take the, cross progression, cross play with the games that we're doing. You could take these anywhere you want to go. Instead of kind of like telling people, don't buy an Xbox. No one needs to buy an Xbox. And that's not necessarily what I think that they're saying, but it's just the way it comes out. And I think, I think in a lot of ways it's very tone deaf. A lot of people have a lot of money invested in the Xbox ecosystem. And I always tell people, it's like, look, like what you're showing here is you're giving people reasons why they feel like they shouldn't invest into your ecosystem. When I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm looking at how much money is put into this place, I'm just like, look, at the end of the day, we should be investing into stuff that you feel comfortable investing into. Do I think that they're going to get rid of the Xbox hardware anytime soon? No. But the way that they act and the way that they don't really push any type of marketing towards the Xbox, I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that they do in the future. And it makes me, as an Xbox hardware consumer that's invested a lot of software, a lot of stuff into this, makes me nervous. Should I keep investing? That doesn't necessarily tell you guys not to invest. I'm just telling you from my perspective. I wasn't the only one that found this a little weird. So let's go over some of the tweets. I got a couple tweets popped up. There is a lot of tweets I haven't went over. There's an absurd amount of tweets I haven't went over. Let's go over some of them that are there. And obviously there are people that are for it. They're saying they want to play it everywhere. But they're seeing the marketing the way that it was perceived to. And that's cool. But, we got Neo Spark here. He said, and when everyone is an Xbox, no one would be. I think this is pretty much saying, look, if you put your marbles in too many baskets, what is an Xbox at that point? When it comes to hardware itself, if everything is an Xbox, what is an Xbox at that point? If everything's an Xbox, a Quest is not an Xbox. It doesn't matter how much you want it to be. You don't own that product. You don't own the ROG Ally. You don't own that stuff. At any time and point, they can pull your stuff off of that, or they could go out of business. Meta could easily shut down the Quest, and you sold a dream on the Meta. So, keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. We got Discussing Films. This is a big Twitter account. 1.8 million followers. And they said Microsoft has revealed that this is not an Xbox marketing campaign. To truly understand what an Xbox is, it's equally important to understand what is not an Xbox. Now let's go over what some of the responses are. We got Sony. Sorry, but this is terrible. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft pulled out of the console business entirely or altogether. Once again, what I said that when you give people the illusion that you're no longer caring whatsoever about the Xbox ecosystem as a hardware, why would people expect you to stay around? Desperation PS5 clears. They have to remind everyone what it is since nobody is buying them. And keep in mind, I'm not following none of these people. They aren't in our like standard thing. It's fun, but is it really effective? People know what an Xbox is, and not necessarily. We don't know, apparently. Everything's an Xbox. Reasons why PlayStation's been cooking them for so long. They're truly abandoning the hardware market. How does this discuss film, though? He's clowning on the actual Twitter account. This don't even make sense to what you're doing. You know, they truly, like I said, they're not even following the people I'm following. So this isn't like some echo chamber kind of thing. They're screwing their brand up. People don't know what to think of anything is. Xbox software only, confirmed. They should secretly lean into an orange. I don't know what that's about. It's funny, dude. This is not an Xbox campaign. Xbox software only, confirmed. Once again, no, I am not following this person. Might have been the same person. I don't know. Might have been the same person. I forgot the console existed. You know, let's go to another one, man. Let's go over here to Jazz. We all know Jazz Corden. Jazz Corden says Xbox's new marketing. Marketing reminds me of the story from 2013. It's in line with the way things are trending, but misaligned with segment. Just seems mad uncool, which is the opposite of what a marketing campaign should be. There's nothing cool about this. Main issue is the Xbox Cloud isn't an Xbox. ROG Ally isn't an Xbox. PC isn't an Xbox. I can't run 99% of the games on these devices. They couldn't be further from an Xbox right now. They might be someday, but they're marketing based on the plans they haven't been realized today. Oh my God. Jez, you're totally right. That's what I just said. You don't own none of this stuff, Xbox. So why are you stamping your stuff on other people's platform? Now, obviously, they probably went to these people and told them that they were going to do this. I don't know if it's legal to not do that, but it's just like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know, we're going to move on though. We're going to move on. Then we got the Rose experience. If I'm an Xbox guy, this entire campaign is doomsday scenario level, and this is Shinobi posting it. Let's see what other people say. I feel like this is a bit defensive with this caption. This is still an Xbox. Yeah, that is true. They didn't bring the Series S one time in those clips. Not one time. Rest in peace, Xbox hardware. Not following these people. They're not. No one's following them. They're not in our community at all. People act like Twitter is solely an echo chamber or just people in a box. It's not the case. These people they're following other Twitter accounts that follow whole other industries. And that's what they perceive the brand. So what makes you think the whole doesn't perceive the brand that way? You know, maybe Xbox don't even care about the hardware. Look, at the end of the day, if you don't care about the hardware and you just solely just care about, I don't even know what to even say to that. It's like, I bought stuff. If you have not invested into stuff on the Xbox ecosystem and you primarily play on Xbox, this probably doesn't affect you. But if you do invest into this, then it's just like, look, man, like, you got to make a choice. You know, do you keep investing into a hardware that might not cease to exist one day? Because let's not act like the sales haven't been going down. We don't know what the sales are going to be this one, which I'm hoping they do improve because of Call of Duty's marketing rights. But it's just like, let's not kid ourselves. And I didn't even show you the vast majority of the Xbox content creators and Xbox fan base that are just having a field day with this. I already know what the comment section is going to be. It's give up. Like, I have everything. I have a PlayStation. I have a Switch. I just prefer to play on the Xbox. I've been playing Metaphor for the past week. Before that, I played Dragon Age, and I went back to Metaphor. And now I played Astrobot. I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I go where the content is. That's not the issue. The issue is I am concerned with the future of the Xbox hardware. And if you could look at me with a straight face and tell me that a company that lays people off to make ends meet, to make sure that they're hitting their quotas. Companies that shut studios down to do this and focus more on other projects because they know it makes more money. People that have shut Mixer down. People that have shut the Windows Phone down. People that have shut all of these side factors down. And you're going to tell me the hardware is completely and utterly immune to this. Bullshit. That's just my opinion on the matter. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It's always appreciated. You can always sub to the channel. We make weekly content on here. Really, man, sub to the channel, man. I be losing a lot of people. A lot of Xbox people don't like me these days, and that's fine. You know, I criticize. I give props, but I criticize. That's just how I am. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, Lord Addict ILP, you can follow me on my streaming channel, Addict Arena. I'm going to be streaming probably Death Stranding and the new Dragon Quest game. That's the remake. But I appreciate you for coming out here. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Man, I don't really care about this ad that much. Because like I said, I expected it. This is the same company that told you didn't need an Xbox to play Starfield. Keep that in mind. Have a good one.